when the person you gave your heart to becomes the one who breaks your heart. This is that weight that comes from betrayal, infidelity, abuse, or maybe neglect inside a relationship that was supposed to be your safe place. Romantic crushing doesn't just hurt your heart, although I know it hurts in your heart. But this type of crushing actually also attacks who you are. It comes for your ability to trust people. I mean, like, how do you open up again after somebody proved that they weren't a safe place for you? It attacks your sense of judgment. And you start asking yourself, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep choosing the wrong person? This type of crushing chips away at your worth. When somebody starts treating you like you're nothing, you actually start to believe that maybe you are. Listen, I've been there. I know. This type of crushing steals your hope. You wonder if love is even real. You start thinking, maybe marriage ain't for me, or dating's not for me, or long-term relationships are not for me. Maybe I need to just stay single. This type of crushing shuts down your vulnerability because you start to build up these walls, and then you won't let anybody in. Because let's be honest, you opened your heart, you tried in this relationship, but then you got hurt. And why would you ever want to feel like that again? Why would you want to open yourself up again? All right, let's talk about romantic crushing. And I'm going to put myself out there. I've been married 3 times. Yep, 3 times. Woof, I'm being vulnerable with you guys here, but that's okay. My first marriage was at 18. I got pregnant at 17, and I was trying to prove my parents and my grandparents wrong. Because what they said to me was, he's never going to marry you. And to prove them wrong, I got married. Now that I look back on it, that was a dumb reason to get married, to prove my parents wrong. But at the time, I thought I knew everything there was to know about life. I was only 18. Child, you couldn't tell me nothing. So now that I was wrong, that marriage was not good. He was actually in prison for most of it. And when he wasn't in prison, he was verbally abusive and even once physically abusive. As a wife, I know that now I was really just ignoring his criminal behavior and I was putting up with his imprisonment. Now, the second marriage, that was to my friend. In fact, we dated in middle school. And while we got along very well, he struggled to handle his responsibilities with the family. And baby, I decided I could do bad by myself. Unfortunately, during that marriage, I stayed through his infidelity. And finding out that he cheated on me, man, that really crushed me. Now, before I got married the third time, I was in a long-term relationship with my daughter's father. And in that marriage, I endured a long, crushing season of verbal abuse. And I found myself with somebody who truly didn't know me. I was accused of things I would never do. And even in my current marriage, we went through some tough seasons in the beginning. Now, I've learned to navigate staying in a relationship versus leaving, but I want you to know you have to do what's best for you in your relationships. And if you're in a romantic crushing right now, whether it's betrayal or infidelity or abuse or neglect, or just realizing you're not happy, I see you. You don't have to have all the answers yet. You don't have to know whether to stay or go. You just have to be honest about where you are. We will work through it. And based on what I just shared with you, and maybe based on what you're experiencing, here's what I want you to see that romantic crushing goes after. It targets your ability to trust when somebody cheats on you, when somebody abuses you, when somebody accuses you of things you didn't do, Like, how do you trust again? It targets your sense of judgment. You start asking yourself, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I keep choosing the wrong person? I even ask, why is God allowing this? It targets your worth. When somebody treats you like you're nothing, you start believing that maybe you are. When I was cheated on, I thought, why am I not good enough for him? It targets your hope. You start wondering, is love even real? Can relationships even work? Should I trust again? Maybe marriage is not for me. And it targets your vulnerability. You opened your heart, you tried, and you got hurt. So why would you ever want to be vulnerable again is a question you start asking yourself. That's what romantic crushing does. And if you are feeling that right now, it's real and it's valid. It's revealing how much you tolerated when you shouldn't have tolerated that, how long you stayed when you probably should have left, how little you've asked for when you deserve so much more, and how much you blamed yourself for somebody else's behavior, how you've been isolated in your pain. It's revealing that you've been in this longer than you want to admit. And it's okay. We're just naming it this week. And if you're in romantic crushing right now, I need you to hear me. You have to do what's best for you. I can't tell you whether to stay or go. And I can't tell you whether to try again or walk away. Only you know that. But here's what I can tell you. You don't have to have it all figured out yet. You don't have to know the answer right now. And you don't have to decide today. Let's do a little reflection. In your workbook or journal, I want you to complete this sentence. My romantic crushing has targeted my. Now let me give you some examples. Trust, worth, hope, ability to be vulnerable, belief that I deserve better. Just naming it. That's all we're doing this week. Naming it and acknowledging it and validating that it's real. You're in a crushing season, and that's okay for now. But before we move on, I want to give you permission. You're allowed to love someone and know they're not good for you at the same time. You're allowed to want to leave and be scared to leave simultaneously. You're allowed to be angry and sad and numb all in the same day. You're also allowed not to know what to do yet. This is the crushing place. It's not clear. It's not clean. It's not simple. And that's okay.